I'm driving, which I am more nervous about than the actual clinic itself. The sun is shining. Oh, we could do take a shot every time I say the sun, if you fancy. I actually have no idea where I'm going. I am going to go home and enter our first BE event now. It's very exciting. Good morning YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today is an exciting one because I am taking Lolly cross-country schooling on grass for the first time this year. We are going to a cross-country clinic at Tweseldown. So it's just gone 7 AM. I've turned both the cobs out because we're not leaving till about 9:30. Lolly's already rolled, she's filthy, but I'm letting it be because she's only going to go and get filthy anyway because it's disgusting weather right now in the UK. So yeah, I'm just going to let it be. I'm twitching, but it's okay. So I am now just going to go knock out both the stables, load the lorry, and then it'll be time to get them back in. Okay, morning job's done. Just got the girls back in and gonna try and scrub Lolly up the best I can. So while I'm just leaving them in, I thought I'd give a bit of backstory to today. So I'm actually driving there and I am not the most confident driver. I don't pretend to be, but my mum, bless her, who normally drives me, is working. So I'm driving, which I am more nervous about than the actual clinic itself. So I'll just be pleased when we get there. Is one super cob loaded up into the truck. Typically I'm running late, so I'm now in a rush, so I'll see you when we get there. Okay, we have arrived. Lolly is tacked up just out there. My friend is amazing and has studded her for me, thank God. The drive was actually really good. I'm like all shaky and adrenaline from it, but it was really good. And yeah, now for the fun part, to go do some cross country. So we started off with a couple of smaller jumps and Lolly immediately felt very game on, and it was like she totally understood what her job was, which was an amazing feeling. I wasn't sure if she'd feel almost a bit rusty with this being the first proper cross country of the year, but she really didn't. The trainer was getting me to focus on using my body rather than my hands to kind of control her pace, which is definitely something I need to work on long term, but it definitely made a difference when I was able to kind of incorporate my core and use my legs rather than just going to my hands when I couldn't quite see the stride. He also said if you have a good enough canter, then you don't need to panic about a stride, which is definitely something I do. I tend to kind of get fixated about the stride and if it's a good or a bad one. But he was right, when I had a good canter, if the stride wasn't right, it didn't matter because there was enough canter to get a good jump. So we focused mainly on the 80 centimetre jumps on this day, just because I really didn't want to overphase either of us. I wanted it to be super confident and to feel super easy. Did you spot my hat silk went flying then? But we did pop a couple of the 90 centimetre lines like this one, and it still felt really easy for her, which was amazing. There were times when she got quite onward bound, which you'll see in this clip now. She is just sort of towing me a bit. And although she needs to obviously not do that, she can get me out of trouble. And also it was just really nice that she was so keen and kind of knew the job and was sort of telling me she knew the job. So I didn't mind. She did this line really nicely. This was an offset double, I guess. And yeah, look, we did lots of steps, lots of ditches, and honestly, nothing fazed her. She felt like a seasoned pro, even though it was only February. And yeah, I was very proud of her. So I'll let you watch the next couple of clips so you can see just how epic she is. time for a well-deserved mash. She was epic. And just like that, we are back. The drive was actually fine. I had nothing to worry about because it was completely fine. I feel so relieved that I've done that, and it was good. And yeah, my pony was amazing. Didn't put a foot wrong. I'm so chuffed. She felt really confident. I felt really confident. Yeah, it was just what I wanted, actually. And I'm so pleased. I can't wait to watch all the footage back. That's the only thing with driving, is you don't get to watch the footage on the way home. So I'm going to watch that in a minute. And yeah, for now, I'm just going to sort out the lorry, unload everything, and treat myself to a McDonald's for dinner, I think. Celebratory McDonald's that I survived. Not only the first cross country of the year, but also driving the lorry. Yeah, so this is not the end of this video, because I am actually going back to Tweseldown in a few days' time to do their two-phase training, which is show jumping and cross country. And I thought I would continue this vlog onto that so we can see how we get on there. So I will see you in a couple of days when we're getting ready for that. And just like that, it's Tuesday. It literally might as well be an entirely new season because the sun is shining. Oh, what a difference it makes when the sun shines. So yeah, it's Tuesday. I am just on my lunch break. I'm going to go get the cobs in. I'm going to give Lolly a bath because although tomorrow's Tweseldown event is a training event, it's a little bit more serious than the clinic I did at the weekend. So I do want her to be somewhat clean. I'm not going to scrub for hours because I don't have hours, but yeah, I'm going to give her a little bath, especially because the weather is so nice. It's kind of warm as well, I can't believe it. So yeah, as you can tell, mood is already so good because of this weather. I can't believe I'm actually bathing my horse in the sun. I've not done that in a very long time. Well, since the last vlog, when it was July. So yeah, I'm just going to go get them now. Hi! I should think you're quite warm in your rug. So yes, hopefully you will have just seen I voice-overed some of my lesson. I feel like I didn't do a heck of a lot of vlogging that day. I was quite stressed, as I said, about the driving. So I tried to vlog bits, but I've roughly put it together, and I know there's not a heck of a lot of content. So I'm hoping to film a little bit more today and tomorrow, as I'm not driving tomorrow. But yeah, overall, I was so unbelievably proud of my pony. She was amazing. Couldn't have filled me with any more confidence. Like, yeah, she was mega, and I just can't quite believe that I got her having never seen a cross-country jump, and I've kind of made her into that, if that makes sense. I mean, she had it in her anyway, but yeah, I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense, but I'm really, really proud of her. So yeah, since then she had Sunday off. Yesterday I had a dressage lesson. I actually did my entire lesson with no stirrups, which sounds a bit bonkers, but actually I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think it was really beneficial for my position. So had that yesterday, and today, because she had the lesson yesterday, I'm literally just going to lunge her later, very briefly, just to keep her ticking over, and obviously bath her. And then it'll be time to pack the lorry back up, like I did like 3 days ago. We are leaving quite early tomorrow morning. We're leaving at 7 a.m. My show jumping is at 10:20, but it takes about an hour and a half to get there. I've then got to walk both the courses, and I just don't want to be rushed. So leaving loads of time. I'm very excited, and the weather is going to be like this tomorrow. It says it's going to feel like 16 degrees, which I can't quite believe it. I really hope that's true. And yeah, but for now, I'm going to get some cobs in and bath in the sun. And here we are, back at the wash bay, just like in my last video, and probably in every single video, because, well, you've seen the colour of Lolly, hey? This is some Cribox paint that you've got on your nose. Obviously didn't stop you going over there. Anyway, let's hit the time lapse and do something about this situation. And there's no time lapse because my phone ran out of memory. So I have just gone home and blitzed it a bit, so hopefully I've got a bit of memory now. I've just finished work for the day. Out of office is on, ready for tomorrow, which is so exciting. The sun is still shining, and yeah, Lolly is bathed. I'll insert a little picture here of her being bathed in the sun. She's currently wrapped up in her dry rug, and I'm now going to go and give her a quick leg stretch on the lunge, ride Rosie in the sun and pack up the lorry ready for tomorrow. Here she is, looking all clean. Her legs are actually a bit hairier than maybe I would have liked, but it's too late now. I can't clip them now. So you'll have to be a little bit fluffy, but that's okay, isn't it, lol? Do a little bit of lunging, not a lot. And then I need to tackle your studs, which is my least favourite job. We don't do an awful lot on the lunge. We are not experts in the lunging department. My other horse, Rosie, I've never been able to lunge because she's very badly behaved. So it still feels like a novelty that I can even lunge Lolly at all. She's looking at herself in the mirror. Hey, you are beautiful. You know it, hey? Get you back in. Need to get that off your nose still. And pack the lorry. Can you believe we're going out tomorrow again? She says, I actually just want snacks because I'm wasting away. There you go. Look at this horse in the sun. Oh, just having a moment, aren't we? Basking in the sunlight. Feels like we've barely seen sunlight since last year. Hey? And they're just so nice. Hey? Makes your ear floof look even floofier. And now I'm on Rosie Poe, also in the sun, outside. I know I keep saying it, but as equestrians know, this is a big deal to be in the sunshine right now. So yeah, I'm just going to give her a little ride. At some point I'll do a whole video about Rosie and what she's up to nowadays, but for now, I won't. This video will be too long otherwise, and it's about Lolly and Tweseldown. But yeah, just going to ride her in the outdoor school in the sun, and yeah. What else to say, really? Just all I can really talk about is the sun, and I think people might be sick of me if I keep mentioning it. We could do take a shot every time I say the sun, if you fancy. We have arrived at Tweseldown. I actually have no idea where I'm going. Oh no, show jumping over there. Okay. Yep, we've arrived. The sun is shining. We just drove in such thick fog and I was like, oh my god, are we going to have bad weather? But no, we literally came over the hill, the sun came out, and we've made pretty good time. I want to be on in just over an hour, so I'm just walking down to walk the show jumping course, and then I will also walk the cross country course. Feeling good, feeling good. Yeah, just hoping for a nice, confident couple of rounds. We have also got my mum's dog with us, which you'd have seen in the car. She's not really normally a horsey lorry dog, so hopefully she's not too much of a handful. But yeah, I'm gonna go walk the course now. Here's the show jumping. It's looking nice. The ground looks quite good. There's a couple of warm-up jumps over there, and the cross country is over there. So yeah, let's go walk this show jumping. This will be our first show jumping on grass this year, so who knows what will happen. So once I'd walked the course, I went back to the lorry, tacked her up, studded her up. She was actually so well behaved, which was really, really good. And then it was time to warm up. She felt nice. She got quite excited because she saw some of the earlier horses had started their cross country. So I was just working on keeping her concentrated, and we did pop some more jumps, but I didn't get them on video. And then it was time to go into the ring. So first fence, I always try and focus on having a really good canter and being straight. I was a bit worried because it was obviously quite a plain, gappy fence, but she cleared it nicely. Fence 2 was good. We got a little bit close, but she was nice and careful with her legs. And then fence 3 was the planks, and if you've seen either All Stars or Cobb's Can, you'll know that I have a bit of a bad reputation with planks, so I did pull a little bit up to this, but I just wanted her to be really careful and listening to me, and she was, so that was good. We got a little bit close to fence 4, so after that I pushed my canter on, which you can see here, and just made sure we had a bit more momentum and cleared the number 5 nicely. She did change in front here and not behind, but I decided to keep going. Maybe in hindsight I should have changed because I had loads of time, but I didn't, and it was fine. So next was the double. I saw a fairly kind of good shot and had to ride in the middle because she sort of backed off a little bit, but cleared them beautifully. We then looped back round to number 7, which she jumped nicely again, quite a plain small fence, so I wasn't sure if she'd respect it, but she did. Here I just let her get a bit onward bound, and actually looking back I was not straight at all, so unfortunately she clipped the front bar with her hind end, but we had got all the way to fence 8, so I was actually really chuffed that we'd got that far without pole. And then we popped the skinny, and there was another fence after this, but my mum thought we'd finished, so she stopped recording. Onto the cross country. She had quite a few minutes to catch her breath, which was nice, but it did mean she kind of came up the start box a little bit quiet, but that was fine. After the first fence she was off and totally understood the assignment. So I'd walked the course and knew I wanted to go in between these 2 trees to fence number 2, which I did. Got a little bit of a sticky jump to 2, just kind of like a half stride, but she was really bold and that was really nice. Fences 3 and 4 we had actually ridden a few days ago, so that was really nice to know that we'd done that line before. I made sure I was a little bit more upright in my body this time because this was the line where she kind of bowled on and towed me. So this is now a bit later on in the course. She's still feeling really, really nice. What was nice was I was able to get a really forward canter and just let her go and kind of test her fitness and how she was feeling, and she definitely felt really up for it and was really covering the ground nicely, which I loved. We got another little half stride to this jump. We did a few times actually, so that's something I kind of need to work on moving forward, but we had a good enough canter and she's scopy enough that she was able to just keep going. And yeah, as you can see, she's really covering the ground, which is lovely. There was quite a few steep inclines, which I definitely felt her kind of struggle a little bit, being a bigger girl, but she still took me, so that was a lovely feeling. We did the water at the top, which you couldn't quite see, and this is us coming down the final line. Starting to get maybe a little bit more sticky at this point with the strides, just because we're both a bit tired, and we do get another half stride jump to the last, but she's so honest and scopy, and it was a great round. There we go. She's got her ice boots on. She's having a mash. My mum's giving the dog a drink. I'm very proud of her. We'll do a proper debrief in a bit, but she's been mega. She's such a good girl. And we're home. Just walking both the girls to the field. We made such good time actually, so they're going to have a good couple of hours out in the sun. Rosie is going to have her first naked field day of the year. Lolly has got a rug on. I'm not that brave. But yeah, I'm so happy with how that went. So happy. Yeah, 1 pole or less is kind of the aim at the moment, and with that being our first time on grass, I'm even happier. And yeah, she felt mega across the country, so pleased. And yeah, as I said, so nice that we're back with loads of time for them to go in the field. It was nice that your neck was clean for 12 hours, Lolly. You deserve it, baby girl. Yeah, good girl. And here she goes, first naked roll of the year. Good girl, Rosals. Bless her. Oh, that must feel nice. And that is the end of my 2 trips to Tweseldown vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to go home and enter our first BE event now. It's very exciting. I was just waiting for today to make sure I felt completely ready, and I do. So that is very exciting. So yeah, I will see you very soon for another vlog. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.